Hello and welcome to Re-enthused. Today we are looking at this, which is the Cheetah Bollistick. And as pointed out when I showed a picture of it on Twitter, the stylized text makes it look like something very different. But anyway, it is the Cheetah Bollistick. And it's a joypad for the Sinclair Spectrum, and actually several other consoles as well. It has the dual leads to allow it to do Atari style and Sinclair style of joysticks, so it can be used on many machines. So during the early days, we were used to using joysticks, such as this rather fancy one here, this Quick Shop, and these were great. They were good ones, but they were quite hard to use. You had to properly hold them like quite rigorously in a hand, or because you'd have to really move the stick around. All sounds very dodgy when you're talking like that. But anyway, and a lot of them actually had suction cups to actually hold them on desks. Whereas when the Japanese consoles really started making an impact, they started to have joypads like this. And the benefit of these were that they were much easier to use in the hands and much more responsive as well, because they were just very small rocker switches rather than giant sticks that had to push contacts. This is from a Sharp Twin Famicom. So Cheetah, and actually several other manufacturers, but specifically today, Cheetah, looked into that and decided to make their own one. And so let's take a little look at the Bollistics, and then we'll try it out on another game. So in our makeshift table today, because we're in the middle of rewiring the lights and tidying up the actual games room. So we're here on where I actually play the machines on top of this Spectrum Plus 3. So this is the Bollistics, and you can see it basically matches what you'd recognise as being a joypad, except for this rather weird angled stick here. So you were kind of, I guess, expected to hold it sort of like that and then just go. Very strange anyway. I haven't tried it out properly on a game yet, so we'll find out exactly how that worked. It's got two buttons on it and two fake buttons up here as well. They are just moulded plastic, and these probably just do the same thing, because most of the machines this would have been expected to work on would not have used two buttons. It does have an auto fire switch on the bottom. Usually the way those things worked, they had a little circuit inside of a timer that basically just cut the button off and put it back on again if you're holding it down, so that it would give the impression of you pushing it fast. Right. I mean, there's not much more to say. It's got this little Cheetah Bollistics thing up here. We will take it apart a little later, but we will first of all just give it a little try on the Spectrum. Okay, so we are going to try a little bit of Alien Syndrome. Right, so one player, and we want to press B to change to +3 stick. There we go. And then enter to start. Right. That's so we get to choose from two people. There we go. Oh, well, that was quick. Yeah, this is not the best version of Alien Syndrome. There are some very, very good conversions of it. Yeah, this is not one. But not bad for the humble specky. The joystick is surprisingly good, actually, considering that it's got this weird angle thing going on. It's surprisingly good. You kind of just naturally push the right way. So yeah, okay, they're obviously onto something with this. It's very comfortable in the hand. It's quite a small joystick. I have quite large hands, so I was wondering if it would how well it would work, but no, it's really good. Unfortunately, you can't just shoot the people you're attacking. Yeah, no, I mean, it's massively responsive, and yet the second button does the exact same thing as the first button. Right, so I guess we'll switch on auto fire. Now, the idea is we should be able to hold down the button, and indeed, yeah, you can, and move as well, so it doesn't block out the movement. I'm genuinely impressed by this joypad. It's very good. Yeah, I would say this is just vastly more comfortable than using one of the joysticks that are available for the Spectrum. I've got to stop playing because I'm going to get caught in this game, because whilst I say it's not the best conversion, it's still quite a good game. Right, we'll try it in one other game. Okay, so this is hard driving. We want to use interface 2 joystick, because that's what this actually is. Well, that's what the Amstrad Sinclair style joysticks are anyway. So yeah, we'll drive on the left because this is blighty after all. Right, now hard driving, it gets a lot of flack, but the Spectrum version is a stunning achievement. I mean, it's slow, but the fact that it's got any frames per second at all was amazing, considering the sheer amount of technology. Right, we want to use auto. Right, there we go. Oh, blimey, whoa. Yeah, it's, oh, crap, this is as good as I remember it being, but, yeah, it's... But, I mean, this is a proper 3D environment on the Sinclair Spectrum, and there were other games in it as well. Driller did a especially good job of it, and obviously Elite, but, I mean, Field, come on. Field 3D environment, and it runs about 5 frames per second, but that was an incredible achievement for the Spectrum. And yeah, the joystick is working as well as I remember it, because I was never good at this game anyway. So I went into another car. I'm absolutely going to get to the loop, because the loop is amazing, and I'm very bad at it. Oh. Yeah, you don't get very long before you're timed out. But that does mean... Come on, move. That does mean we are on the road that we want to be on. Oh no, we're already turning too much already. We're not even going any speed. Okay, we managed to slow down. Yeah, everything that's happening here is not the fault of this joystick. This joystick is doing an excellent job. Alright, I think that's it for games. We'll take a little look inside just to see what it is. I don't imagine it's going to be anything too special, but we may as well look. Right, the Spectrum has been retired to its shelf. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so we have, that's 5 screws on the back. Probably have to be careful with this switch because it will probably fall out as soon as we undo them. Just normal Phillips screw heads. Tiny bit of corrosion on that end of that. This has been stored somewhere humid. Fortunately, joysticks are not difficult mechanisms, really. Well, not of this age, anyhow. Right, so yeah, it's basically what we're expecting. So here's our contacts, and got the rubber pads with the little carbon black bits there, which are conductive, and you'll see that each of these, let's zoom in a bit, there we are, you'll see that each of these pads is kind of broken in half. So one side will be ground, one side will be connected to voltage. and then the black pads will straddle that and touch them both together to make a circuit. And that's how it knows when something's been pushed. I mean, similar over here for the buttons, although it's a slightly different design, but you'll see there's still two broken bits of circuit which get joined up. So that's fairly standard. The switch is literally just kind of soldered on. And no normal capacitors, so this will probably be quite robust, fortunately. A few transistors. Transistors can go, obviously. Any of these components can go, but they'll be more reliable than standard transistors. So that's good. Can we get this back together is the question. I think that is actually in. I think that it's got quite a large standoff. So yeah, very simple design. Pretty much like most of the joysticks of this era. Okay, we're going to have to kind of keep that flat, otherwise those pads will fall out, and then put it in like this. Making sure we get the auto fire switch on the outside. There we go. Let's put the screws back in now. So there we are. This is the Cheetah Bollistics. It's a pretty good controller. It's certainly one I wish I'd owned when I had a Spectrum back in the day. Better than any of the joysticks I had. My joystick of choice being the Cheetah 125 Plus. Notoriously easy to break playing things like Daley Thompson's Decathlon. I once melted the shaft because there's a metal shaft going through it, and it actually got so hot that it melted the plastic around it. Playing, and that was Daley Thompson's then. Now these obviously not quite so good for the things like Daley Thompson, but it would have worked still. But good for a lot of the other games, especially arcade ones. So yeah, I'm very impressed with this joypad, and I will be keeping it around. Right. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like. If you really enjoyed the video, please hit subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, or you have something else to say, then please leave it in the comments below. See you next time.